What's the worst thing that I've seen happen to a sex offender in prison? Ooh, this one is brutal. This dude was a rapist piece of shit. This piece of shit was doing his dirty deeds all up and down Florida, hurting a lot of women. And the torture that this man went through, the first thing I saw them do to him was poison his food. I don't know what kind of shit or E. coli or whatever the fuck they put in there, but that man was dying, puking, just couldn't breathe, fever, and they wouldn't give him medical attention. They said, here's an ibuprofen in the water. Now, we heard that one of the officers working the unit knew one of the victims that he had raped, and you could tell this was a personal hit. This man was in the bed, this rapist piece of shit, throwing up, puking, sick to his stomach. I mean, fever. And they say, hey man, we're gonna take you to medical. It's about time. And he just couldn't think of anything else but getting healthy again. I mean, Florida doesn't really have protective custody, you know. You're in a keep away cell, or you're just in the mix with everybody, and that's just what it is. And in like H dorms or high custody dorms, it'll just be, all right, these guys on DC confinement go out, CM goes out, PC goes out, but no one is just hidden. Anybody can get hit at any given time. Cell doors get open any given time, or you're just in an open bay, and it literally takes your head to get almost cut off for them to say, maybe we'll put him in a new prison. Then they'll say, if it happens again, maybe PC. Yeah, Florida does not play that shit. But yeah, so they called him like he was going to medical, but he wasn't going to medical. They brought him in the laundry room, and anybody that's ever been in a Florida prison in the Panhandle, the laundry room is where the blind spot is for the officers to beat you half to death. And this officer, we didn't see anything, but we heard nothing but the sounds of a punch and beating for a good 5-10 minutes. And they gassed him with pepper spray. They brought this piece of shit back in the dorm. Everyone was like, oh, we couldn't breathe. Dudes were like wearing masks from the smell. They told him to go shower. Get that shit off you. They put that shit on scalding hot. Now remember, this dude was in prison for, I think, 9 to 10 rapes on women. And this was just the beginning of his torture. So they throw him in there. He's just scalding water on him. And they walk away. He's all busted open, just fucked up beyond recognition. So he's not moving. And they're screaming, count time, flicking the lights. And they say basically he needs to go to a mental health unit because they think he's going on a hunger strike. This is the torture you get for hurting women and children, you sick fucks. He goes there and they feed you the loaf, which is like the worst, shittiest food, baked with more shit on top of shit. You're wearing like a paper turtle suit. It's freezing. They don't give you any property, no blankets. It's hell back there. But they did let him get back to health. But it only got worse for him. As soon as he gets out, he's begging to go to protective custody. He does one of the stupidest things you can do. Tells the officers. This is back when they had the Chipley 5 going on. In case you don't know what that is, you'll see in my next video what we endured. And these officers were like a hit squad. It was so bad, they called him organized crime. One of them killed themselves because he was facing so much time. Officers. Well, he told on one of them. And yeah, they put him in the unit in, I think it was H dorm at Holmes Correctional. And they basically put a bounty on his head. And one thing I've always noticed, there's been wars between gangs, wars between organizations, guards and inmates, and so on and so on. But nobody disagrees about working together to hurt one of these evil, demonic, just predators, because we become the monsters to the predators when they're on the inside. As soon as he gets in there, this little Southsider, I don't even remember his name, slices him across the face with a razor blade. One of his brothers or friends picks him up, throws him in a toilet, and starts giving him like a swirly basically, and holding him down for like 5-10 seconds, brutality. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The toilet was filled with whatever shit, piss, jizz they had going on in there. He was never seen again. I don't know where he went after that, but that was the end of that piece of shit. So then, most sex offenders, we played a game called Razor Tag, where we would dip our razors in some type of vile chemical shit, whatever it may be, and slice them. Because we're all not trying to kill them. But now you're marked, some of them getting sepsis. Some of them are going to kill them, like a lot of my stories. It became a game. And dudes would be counting as many slices as they could. Dudes be walking on the compound with massive infections and boils and say, I gave them 3 of those. Some dudes would cut off their ears. Then they go to confinement and the COs will spit in their food, starve them, throw them off the top tier. Now, this is reality, because when you have a group of people who hate each other, organizations, officers, all alike, people that have killed each other from rival sides of the fence or rival gangs from the streets, yet they will come together and count who can slice this chomo the most. That shit is unreal. And you know, I'm not cool, I'm not tough at all, but I definitely got in on that. As somebody that had a family member, one, abandoned by the system and let a rapist, pedophile piece of shit do stuff that the unimaginable, and I couldn't do anything at that age, well, the vengeance is mine, you know? That shit turned me into the Punisher. I mean, I remember one would walk by, and every time he'd walk by, I had that Dookie 3000, basically a VO5 like shampoo bottle mixed with the most decrepit, vile feces you can imagine. I spray him right in his shit every time. Every chance I got, he'd get hit. I'll say I got him the best. He actually had visitors coming to visit him. And the COs told me, hey, give him a Dookie 3000. Empty the clip on him. So they acted like I was going to go clean up the visiting room or whatever. They're like, there's no way this pedophile rapist can have visitors. And he's in his nice blues. Somehow he got him. I have no idea who the fuck gave it to him. And as he's coming through the vestibule, I just slang all this shit all over him. I'm just spraying the whole shampoo bottle all over him. And, you know, that wasn't even the end of his suffering. See, he hurt children. He hurt women. He's the worst of the worst, just like the rest of them. There's no difference. You leave our kids alone. You leave our women alone. Don't go after the weak and go to prison and start acting like a victim. Like, oh, I was set up. Or nope, no, you weren't. Because you know how we know? Because they damn near don't do anything when these children say they're hurt or these women say they're hurt. So don't fucking lie. It takes literally a kid to be so hurt or a woman to be so hurt for them to take anything serious. So for you to be convicted on all these counts and to be found guilty and sentenced to 1 million years after you've done it for decades and decades and been getting out, nah, you're not getting out this time. And if you're getting out, you will never be the same. You will shit in a bag. You will never walk the same. And everybody will look at you and know why. This one in particular, after I got him, you know, my boy Flex, you know, he Wolverined him. I've heard inmates get into the cell. The CO will say, hey, you know, such and such did this and this. Or I'll hear other inmates, or they're doing sign language, passing a kite. Hey, if anybody can get to him, let me know there's a bounty on him. Dude gets castrated. They'll poke out their eyes. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad stuff in prison. Snitches get hurt, gang fights, stabbings, but it's to a point where when it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? I mean, they're going for blood. They're going to hurt somebody. But the torture, getting held in toilets, everywhere they go, they're getting a slash across the face with a razor blade dipped in who knows what. Tattoos of all just crazy shit all over their face. They can't even eat food. And then if they don't eat the food, they throw them in a psych area, and then they get out and get stabbed again, poisoned again, swirlies and shitty toilets. A lot has to do with the fact that the system did so horrible. We've seen our sisters, our family members, some people themselves completely get hurt by these people, and the system just doesn't listen to the kids until finally something so bad happens that they have no choice. So it's like the young kid finally comes out of this person. I know that's how I felt. And it's like I can finally do something to stop the madness. I mean, when you see an inmate breaking a broomstick and putting the side with the splinters and impaling one, you know that's pain and pressure that he's been holding on for his whole life. There is no pity. Leave our children alone. It's plain and simple. Stay out, stay free.